Bitcoin with some interesting technicals pouring out this Monday. Let's talk about them. We'll discuss the low on the 4 hourly RSI 30 and the low concurrent on the daily low RSI as well. We're going to discuss something painful for the bulls, very painful in terms of the histogram on the monthly moving to the downside. And I will encourage anybody on the histogram rolling into bear turf the following as we look at a red print here happening on the specific histogram. Yes, what happens when we go red? Pick up opportunities like what happened around 15.5 for Bitcoin before we moved up to 125K. So to the extent that we have had a shift, we were able to talk about it and forecast it before. Hopefully those heavy cash reserves are going to come in handy. We're going to discuss very briefly a small let's talk about something small, a micro bullish element. Very quickly, micro bullish, you want to talk about it? Let's look at the 4 hourly MACD histogram, which has been printing to the upside while we are going to the downside. So we've got a bit of a bullish divergence with price headed to the downside, and we've got the MACD printing to the upside. So to the extent that we've got a bit of a bullish divergence, just remember one of two things can happen. Number one, price can move to the upside, or B, we can just have a correction on the specific indicator itself, and the divergence can go without a remedy for the traders. Now, the weekly is probably the most concerning element as we look at not just the MACD, which has been really, really low to the downside, right? That momentum shift equaling the preceding momentum shift that we had in this drop to 75,000. But as we look at beyond the MACD, this primary trend line is just the primary concern. You guys will agree with that. This means essentially that the bulls have lost this primary channel, and we did forecast it a bit, didn't we? If you guys were able to listen through, I know it takes a while, right, to go through the technicals. I know it's not always fun to sit here and listen to me go on and on, but if you caught the video about how much this feels like 2021 in this zone, right? In this zone here, yeah, it's nice to at least, to know that Bitcoin is giving you a few pointers that like, hey, this could be a pretty quick return down here. And it just did feel like the top around 2021 with some underperformance factors. Review that video. It came out very well. So bottom line is this: if and to the extent that you feel like you've had enough with this market, just understand that's when the opportunity comes. And I'm not sugarcoating anything. It's just a technical fact. Most people show up when we're at the all-time highs. I am one of the guys, I love to dig in as low and for as long as Bitcoin or any asset can take me, longer and lower. Why? Because the payoff is higher. That's the bottom line. So to the extent that we've got another metric to look at, and I'll just say this is the quickest return we've had to or near approximately that 20 moving average on the monthly. If you just look at the preceding, it's like we really didn't even get close for a while, except look at this, and then boom, this was a nice move to the downside. In terms of the potential for a pickup, we haven't been on that line for a while. Seems like years. It has been over 2 years that we've been at that mark, and that's just really important that we could pick up at the 87K, have a chance there. We rode that last time, if you guys will recall, after that $69,000. We rode that to the upside, and it was a nice bear flag. It was a great trade with a pretty hefty rebound along the specific line, so we're looking at that as well. The retracements. If we look at a retracement from ground zero, meaning zero, parking the bottom at zero, with a retracement up to that 125K, we're almost at about, I just say right at that 23.6 line. We're under it, but it's providing us a little bit of support in terms of probably that divergence that we're seeing on that 4 hourly. The specific Bollinger Bands, it look like they're engaging right now on that hourly Bollinger Band. It's not a big metric of mine. I don't pay a lot of attention. I try and stay on the 4 hourly, which is compressing. That's nice to see. Could mean a bigger move incoming. But to the extent that we've got the 4 hourly or the daily, you guys know those are kind of our primary targets and just what we're going to pay the most attention to, along with the weekly. Now, unfortunately, on the weekly, we've broken below, really below. That was a big move, right? Below the specific lower standard deviation. Had some opportunities here to close some trades in cash. I pushed it. I won't say greedy. I just got to the point. I'm like, Bitcoin, if you want to pay me, pay me. And if not, let's go. Now, where has the money been made? It's been made all along this specific 4-hourly RSI and the daily RSI on the 30. It's just been consistently printing cash here. What has been the way to trade it? Well, you see these digs below these lines, which represent 30 on the RSI on either the 4-hourly or the daily. It's extrapolated from Wilder's formula, right? So when you see on the 4-hourly, we are in oversold turf here at 30, yeah, you'll see price here on the specific green line there. So the way that it's traded is orders are stacked on MarketHedge.pro. Want to shout out to JMac. JMac, you're killing it in the back. Great to see your trades. Great to see the action. You're just really nailing your entries. If anything, JMac is honestly, maybe, I can't say he's too precise, but he really, really is. And the consistency is just gonna be awesome to see how all that pans out in terms of consistency of your trades. Congrats on the profits. The last week, while everyone's been hurting in the market, you've been making money. JMac, that's great to see. So yeah, the way to trade this is the following. Now, you guys know we hedge, right? Meaning we stack orders and we keep a lot of our margin, the majority of the margin, right? If we stack 10 orders, we've got margin spread at every single order. So we're not overexposed at any one price. We're hedging back that specific margin. And what type of trade really pays well? These trades where we're hitting underneath and we're bouncing back to the upside. This was a nice trade from the actual entry line, but all of these, we'll just go to like the 30-minute to show some of the price action here. All of this action, these are big trades, guys. Digging down into your orders, rebounding up and over. That's a nice trade. This here is a nice trade. Very nice trades. When we can get that's not good. TradingView giving me an error report. Well, I'll report that later. But when we get that dig underneath and a rebound to at least that level entry of the breach of that 30 or the initiation of that oversold, that 30, that's where we look at hedging as being really, really just a powerful money maker. That's all I can say, a powerful money maker. If you're trading, congratulations. And if you're, guys, in the back with us, I know you're trading. I get the alerts on your trades, and it's a blast to watch you guys just sink into your new trades and get in the groove. You're doing 100 rounds right now. JMac, way to trade, brother. It's just, I haven't seen you lose one yet, I have to say, and you're already well into the 100 rounds. So it's just a pleasure to be in the back and be able to have access to that and continue to try and bring you the hot trades from my end as well. Daniel, nice to see you trading as well. Saw that big hedge today. You were in the money for most of the day. Congrats on that. And guys, this is London with MarketHedge. Bulls, you got to recoup this trend line. That's yours for the taking, but you got to make it back up into this weekly primary trend line, that weekly histogram. Again, that monthly, rather, histogram to the downside. This means opportunity. Now, don't go get distracted. Don't go do a million other things or make a million other plans. This is when you start really paying attention for this next potential run or whatever downside we can get on Bitcoin. It's where the opportunity, guys, it's literally right in front of your face. So we're looking forward to this, guys. It's London with MarketHedge. It's been an exciting last couple of weeks. Let's keep things rocking and rolling. And how do we do with it? Never overexposed at any higher price, always with heavy cash reserves. Shout out to all the VIP. Would love to hear from you down below. And guys, best wishes. Let's have a badass week. Let's do that. Let's really go kick it in the market. I'm looking forward to the specific 4-hourly low RSI and daily low RSI playing again. Let's get into it and let's really, really meet this market head on and let's go hit it. This is London with MarketHedge.